Okay guys, in this video I want to share with you, unfortunately, just another reason why you should not fully trust Amazon and why you should fully monitor your listings when you're selling products on Amazon. Now this is something that happened to me early this week. It's never happened before. I received an email from Helium 10, which is the piece of software I use to monitor my product. What I'll do with all of the items that I'm talking about in this video, I'll pop them up around here so you can see what I'm referencing. So this email was an alert change. So usually when I receive this, it's because someone has hijacked my listing. So maybe they've gone on and made a change to the listing and they've become the main seller, or I've lost a buy box or something like that. So usually kind of your heart skips a beat and then you spend a couple of hours resolving the situation. I actually thought though, when this email come through, I had been making price changes to one of my products. One of my products had sold really well in January, a lot better than expected. So early this week I had increased the price to try and slow down the sales for when the next batch of inventory arrives in early February. However, when I actually clicked on the email, the change was to the product dimensions. Now I have never seen this before, and these are the dimensions that Amazon use to calculate your fulfillment fee. Now when you're selling a product on Amazon, there are lots of different fees, but the main two you will hear about are the fulfillment fee and the referral fee. Now the referral fee is generally 15% of your selling price, whereas the fulfillment fee is the amount they charge you to package up your product, send it to the customer and manage the customer service. And this fee is calculated based on the weight and dimensions of the product. So what Amazon have done, they have taken my product, which has been selling for over a year and has probably sold close to 3,000 units. They have decided to remeasure it. Now for the last year or so, its longest side has been just over 43 centimeters. Now they've remeasured it, they've measured it as just over 46 centimeters. Now that doesn't sound like a big change. However, due to the way that Amazon calculate their fulfillment fees, this has led to quite a big increase in the cost to me. So what I'll do is I'll pop up next to me a screenshot of the cost I've been paying for the last year. So it was classed as a standard size product because the length was below 46 centimeters. However, now they've remeasured it, it is now classed as a small oversized product. And you can see that the fulfillment fee has almost doubled from around £2, I think it's around £2.40, and it's now close to £4.80. Now that's a huge increase. And on a product which I make approximately £8 per unit, my profit margin is now down to below £6 per unit. And I've got about 500 of these in stock at the moment, so that is £1,000 just gone, just based on Amazon remeasuring a product and increasing it by 2 to 3 centimeters. So my initial reaction was like, okay, let's do some research. Lots of people had similar issues, and you can apply to Amazon to rescan or remeasure your product. It's called a QBscan. So if you ever have this issue, make sure you look up QBscan and how to submit a ticket with Amazon. So I opened a new case of Amazon and said, look, can you remeasure this product? It's been at 43, just over 43 centimeters for the past year. You've measured it at 46. Can you take another look? And then left it at that. Now, about 24 hours later, I got another alert from Helium 10 saying there's been another change detected. Again, I'll pop this up next to me, and you can see what they've done this time is that the dimensions have increased further. So they've now measured it over 53 centimeters. So somehow my product has miraculously grown, not only from 43 to 46, but it's now grown from 46 to 53. So I don't know what Amazon are playing out, and it's super frustrating, especially as I'm now losing money on every single sale I make at the moment. All the time these inflated dimensions are there. So what are my options now? I could just open another case with Amazon, but I think I'll probably get the same result. So I'm going to give it a few days, and what I have done, I have actually ordered one of my own products. So within Sell Essential, you can create a fulfillment order to your own address. So hopefully that will come in a few days. Then I can measure the product, and provided my supplier hasn't made any mistakes and these products genuinely aren't any bigger than they used to be, then what I'll do is I'll take photos of the product as it's come out of the box. I'll put a tape measure next to it showing the exact dimensions, and then I'll create a new case of Amazon with these dimensions and photos included, and hopefully they'll change. Now, I'm not going to hold my breath, and I quite expect to have to sell through the final 500 units of this product at a reduced profit margin. So I may have to consider increasing the price, or if I decide that it's not going to work out, it might be the case I just knock that product on the head and move on. So it's just something I want you guys to be aware of, that Amazon can change and will change the dimensions of your product. They will remeasure you, and they could potentially put you into a different price bracket. And if that does happen, they will not tell you. So Amazon didn't tell me about this change. Amazon have quite happily taken another £2.40 off me per order without telling me. Now, That's a bit of a scam if you ask me. They are deciding, right, we're going to charge you more money, but we're not going to tell you about it, which is a bit cheeky, and that is why just another reason you should not trust Amazon. And also, if you are selling on Amazon, you should be monitoring your products now. I've talked about this before when I've mentioned hijackers and stuff like that, but with this new development, it's even more important. You must be monitoring your products. You don't want Amazon changing your dimensions. You don't realize you've been paying X amount extra for every single product you've sold. You want to know upfront. You want to find out in a few hours what's gone on so that you can jump on it and hopefully get remeasured at the correct dimensions. So that's been my experience this week. Hopefully you will find this useful. If you have, please hit the like button, because those likes really help the video get shared on YouTube, and it will help other people who may have experienced this issue or be warned that this issue could happen to ensure that they are monitoring their products. Now, as mentioned earlier on in the video, the piece of software I use to monitor my products is called Helium 10. The reason I originally used that was to monitor for hijackers. Now, I'll pop up next to me a list of all the things you can monitor for, whether that's negative reviews. Maybe you just launched a product, you want to keep an eye on reviews, so that will let you know if you get a negative review, or maybe you just want to keep an eye for hijackers, or as I'm finding out at the moment, keep an eye on the dimensions as well in case Amazon decides to remeasure your product. So make sure you're monitoring your product. I'll put up an affiliate link and some discount codes if you want to use them. If not, just go straight to helium10.com or find a suitable piece of software for yourself for monitoring your products. That's it for this video. I hope you like the new setup. If you're not already a member, please head over to FBAelite.com. It's a completely free Amazon community. We've got over 650 members and I'm on there most days. I'll see you guys on the forums.